What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Today I want to talk about this particular Christian entrepreneur by the name of Dana. Either it's Chanel or Channel. And many of you have probably seen her across social media. She is a Bible product placer, founder of a Christian mobile app called Sprinkle of Jesus. And of course, she is a owner of, like hair and skin care, and I think it's called the Curl Bible. So, one of these religious people here. I don't have any problem with devout people or Christian people. My grandmother was like that. My brother is a pastor, one of them. So I don't have a problem. My grandfather, my late grandfather, was a deacon for over 70 years. Okay. So I've been in the church all my life, but unfortunately you have some people who come in the name of Jesus and then they scam people in our community. This is no different than, and I know some of you don't agree with this, but Brother Polite. It would be no different than somebody such as Dr. Umar Johnson. Okay. Some people may call other names, but what has happened is that a scam happens when you promise something and a person gives you money and you have no intention on delivering the product, or you don't deliver the product or the service. Okay. And, some of the typical scams you see are businesses that are low skilled. You talk about marketing, credit repair. These are dusty businesses that a lot of people operate in Black America, especially online. And usually when you see that, it's kind of a red flag for you don't have any skills. Okay. Credit repair, marketing, and typically they don't know what the hell they're doing, but people will pay it because obviously she's a nice looking young lady. And I want to say that also she caters towards women. Okay. Over women. And a lot of Black women, unfortunately, look at certain people because, they're emotionally tied to somebody in the church. They're emotionally tied to somebody who has a good personality. But many times in the Black community, I think a lot of sisters do business with people without understanding if that customer or if that person is good or not. So instead of you being in love with the business that is actually good and has value, right? Even if you were to invest, like me, I'm somewhat of a long-term investor. I'm looking for a business that has a track record of value. And you can do evaluations, and I'm not necessarily so good at that yet, but some people take, months and months and months to track, how a company is performing over time, and then you invest. But with Black people, as long as you make them feel good, especially Black women, they're more likely to come off the money for that person, just because you like that person, but you don't know if they can actually render the service that they are trying to deliver. And what happened is this lady, who was Casey Oliveira, not Dana Chanel, has over 750,000 followers. Okay. And she says that, basically she is a Black woman and a Black, small business success story. And basically, what happens, they take some photos on Instagram on somebody else's boat, weaving and sailing and stuff like that. And basically she uses this app to consult Christian entrepreneurs. All right. And a lot of people are tied to the church. But what happened is they pay the company for these app building services and how to maximize their use, because obviously she says she can build you an app too. And then what happens is you never get the stuff. So you've been paid $2,000, you don't get it. Credit repair, you don't get it. And in the time during COVID, you have somebody who was a scam artist, and now she has been levied charges against by the Pennsylvania Attorney General. And I just want to talk about this because this story is not going to be talked about, but it's going to be talked about here. And when you talk about the people who are actually really scamming the Black community, male or female, the biggest scam, in my opinion, comes under the notion of Jesus. Jesus is such and such. My business is tied to Jesus. And when a lot of people see that and then they hear that, they let their guards down. Not usually men. You do have some simps out there, but a lot of women. And a lot of women are taken advantage of, not by black male entrepreneurs. And let's just be honest, even though my channel isn't catered to black women, I know that black women support. I've had a lot of times, some black women bought my Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts, and a lot of brothers that be here every day didn't buy one. I'm not trying to call it, use it as a shaming tactic. You do what you want to do, but I'm just going to be honest. Black women support in the black community, and they give money if you have them as a customer base. I'm not saying that black men don't, but black women definitely do, okay? The reality is that when black women are supporting these entrepreneurs, a lot of them who are females, they do get scammed. And a lot of times, sisters go quiet on those scams, especially in beauty salons, beauty shops. You read all the time, some of these ladies, they give their, if they're in the hair business, they give certain female influencers the hair. They don't want to pay for the service. They give them something, stuff like that. They don't pay for it. Happens all the time. Women are quiet about it. And the reality is that a lot of people take advantage of the black female customer base. Derek Jackson, there's men. Because, anytime you have a group of ladies who people feel want something because they're missing something in their life, they're going to take advantage of that group. And a lot of people target black women, the conscious community to a certain degree. You have the black church. You have so many people. But I want to tell black women something today, coming from the black manosphere. You need to make sure, if you want to get things done, like, let's say, an app built, you need to go to a website like Upwork. Go to Fiverr, okay? If it's about credit repair, okay? Maybe you go to somebody in a banking, an accountant, right? Not some people you meet online. For those of you who want to invest, there's investing firms for that. I know there's black investing, there's black banks if you want to do that. There's African banks if you want, there's Echo Bank. And then you have your investing banks, Fidelity, BlackRock, Vanguard, Charles Schwab, Merrill Lynch. All right, you go to professionals to do stuff like this. You go to places that, and many of you, when you want to ask, like, where do you get your hair done as a sister? You don't just go to somebody. You ask somebody that's in the business. Y'all do that. If it's who got the best dresses, who got the best shoes, you know where to go. And then when it comes to investing your money, all of a sudden you don't ask no questions. That don't make no sense. And one thing that black women cannot say is the black manosphere don't try to make money off of you directly. And the thing about it is that, a lot of black women got to understand that a lot of people are targeting you to make money off of you directly. And a lot of sisters got low, they feel that you have low self-esteem. And this is people coming in the name of God, trying to blind you. Brothers can see that, a lot of sisters can't. And I hope they put her ass underneath the jail. Because if you don't want to work, just say that. But don't steal from people. Don't lie. Work like everybody else. I have to work every single day. And if you don't want to work, just say that. But to steal from people, innocent people, I don't respect it. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.